So this is Good Ass Conversations, Art, Community, and Life. I'm Taylor, and today we got Marcus on the show, excuse me.
Okay.
And you want to tell people where they can find you online?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram under bad0co or on my website, That Good Son.
Cool. And where are you from originally?
I'm from Escondido. Raised there. We tore down the hospital that I was born in, so it's an apartment complex now, which is kind of cool, I think, you know. But yeah, Escondido.
Cool. And you make art?
I do, yeah.
What kind of mediums do you work in?
So I like ink drawings and cardboard. Just making like cardboard sculptures and yeah, those are my main two. I dabble in a lot of things, but those are the ones I have most fun with.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. So you like to draw a lot. Do you keep a sketchbook?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
When it comes to pieces and ideas, like, do you see them in your mind first? Like, is it a visual that you're trying to replicate as close as possible, like into a physical object? Or do you discover it through the process of making it? Or is it something else? Like, how do you go about idea generation?
I think it's like a little bit of all those things. Okay. But I find that I have the least fun when I kind of sit down and try to conceptualize things. The most fun is definitely when I just start drawing and eventually something just kind of pours out of me. It might take like an iteration or two, like the first one, you just kind of start and then I kind of get a vague idea. I'm just kind of like, okay, that was fun. And then I just kind of refine it. But definitely don't have an initial idea.
Okay. So do you say like you operate more on feeling and like intuition and stuff like that when it comes to creativity?
I'd say so, yeah. I think doing work for people kind of bugs them because I like wait for the very last minute.
Yeah.
Like I just had this guy text me this morning. We talked in May. Due date is in a couple days, in like 4 days now. He's just like, hey, how's it coming along? It's like, I haven't started.
I was bolder than because I would be like, oh man, I'm in the process. It's like, it's coming together.
I was very close to like doing that.
Yeah.
I really wanted to, but like something in me was just kind of like, you have to be honest. Like,
cool,
don't.
Yeah. I feel that.
So just so he knows who he's working with, and if he wants to turn around, like he can, like give him that grace.
Did you do like a deposit situation first, like half down, half on completion?
I didn't, no. Okay. I know I should. I don't like taking deposits for that reason. Just
it gives you the space to like flake if you want to?
And not even that, I just feel bad taking money.
Really?
Yeah, I feel bad taking money from people, especially if I know that I'm gonna wait, you know?
Yeah.
I still do sometimes, but you know, it more looms over me, which, yes, it's the fire under me that gets me like going to do the thing that I got to do. But I like not having that fire.
Yeah. Do you feel like you like put yourself into situations where it's like it's almost like you box yourself in unintentionally, so then you're forced to do the work?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you could recall the art show that we did like a while back.
Yeah. Thank you.
And yeah,
for putting me in.
Yeah. I started doing that because I just couldn't get myself to like put work forward. So putting the pressure of bringing other people on and then having a date and then putting all that expectation, like having other people kind of expect work out of me, kind of pushed me to do these things, and it definitely got me moving, and I think that helped a lot in shaping how I do things now, in the sense that I don't need to do the giant shows anymore because it was too much, but it got me going and realizing that like I don't have to do all that.
Yeah, I think it's a valuable experience. Because like you never know how things are going to come back in to play later.
Yeah.
But then also I think it's great when you realize it's like, yo, like I'm doing too much. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Oh yeah.
I want to chill, or it's like I've got other things on my plate, so I need to scale down. Yeah. So when it comes to like the different stuff that you work in, I don't know. I've never asked you, like, do you actively like seek out gear and tools, or are you more? It just seems like you're more of a like MacGyver. Like I'ma make something around me work. Like I'ma pull the things around me and.
Yeah, I like to work with whatever is closest available, like whatever's within reach. Cardboard is definitely stuck because of that. You know, it's easy, like it's readily available. I can find it anywhere. Just do a little dumpster diving, find a lot of cardboard. But yeah, I just try to make it work. I've never let the need for gear stop me from doing things. I'll just kind of try to figure it out. It takes a lot of effort and a ton of like trial and error.
Yeah.
It's like frustrating.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like saved me a couple bucks.
For sure.
And then but yeah, like I think it gets me started at least. And then as I realize that I do enjoy this medium, then I kind of start, you know, getting some gear that makes the process easier and a little more enjoyable.
Do you try to like hold off on acquiring gear for as long as possible? Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you ever feel like it's like a time versus money thing? Like, well, I don't want to invest the money, so I'm gonna invest the time. Do you feel like it equates to, does less gear mean more time spent working towards it? Does it ever feel like that towards you?
It is, yeah, it does. And I have a lot of time, so
Okay.
like I'm okay with spending that time. And I also feel like it is just very valuable to me because I get to figure out how these things work and then figure out how to make it work with what I have. And then I take all that extra time to just, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah, I have the time to spend on it, so I happily spend it. And at the end of the day, like I don't know, like it's just more valuable to me that way because it does feel like I worked a lot harder. Doesn't mean that like the world around you really appreciates it,
Yeah.
which is fine because I'm like stoked on what I did.
Yeah.
But to the things that I like try to scale up, I do end up buying more and more gear to make that process easier because you know, I can't spend all that time making a couple things and then try to sell it cheap anyways.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So do you feel like something that's interesting that's come up in other conversations I've had is like connection and recognition in art? Do you feel like you've gotten a lot of recognition or connection through your art?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I have to like make myself almost like aware of it, you know? Because it's so easy to like lock yourself up in like your little bubble and kind of
for
like
sure.
get lost in whatever narrative you like put forward. But then like the moment that I like step outside and it's like, you know, I'm recognized for the work that I put in, for
That's
the
cool.
effort,
Yeah.
and then I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, like I'm not just like goofing, you know, like it's leading. It is leading somewhere.
Yeah. Do you feel like you make a lot of your work in solitude?
I do. As much as I fight it sometimes, I tend to be a pretty like a solitary person.
Okay.
It just ends up the way that way, which is it's good because then I get to like again spend all that extra time that I have working on things, exploring mediums, just figuring things out for myself. It's definitely a lot of fun to create with other people, but I always find myself just kind of falling back into the solitary creation.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's more comfortable there, or it's like it's easier to do in solitude? Because I feel like there's the idea of creating around other people and then creating in collaboration. You know, it's like two different things. Like when you're just making, like when you're drawing like around a bunch of people and everybody's drawing their own stuff, there's like no stakes.
Yeah.
But then when you're collaborating, it's like you both have to like speak the same language or understand like the flow of the piece.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes you have to be able to communicate properly or just enough with the other person or people. And then sometimes there needs to be like the same level of skill.
Yeah.
And if that's not there, I feel like collaboration is very difficult.
You think so?
I think so. Sometimes
Yeah.
it can be fun and like learning how to like communicate, you know, or learning how to like meet them skill-wise. But otherwise, I feel like it's just like I've had to go in different directions where it's like ego is getting in the way, or I don't understand, and then I can't, it's like they have like a higher vision for like the piece, and I can't quite see it, you know. So it's like we can't really communicate, you know. It's almost like if I relate so much to cooking.
Yeah.
It's like, let's say we're cooking in the kitchen and you've made this recipe before and you're like, oh, we have enough stuff to make this recipe. Well, I've never made that, and like I'm not trusting in you enough. Like, let's say it's the first time we've met and then we're immediately cooking. It's like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's like that to me.
Yeah. Okay. And I can see that, but I'm like, I have a very different view of it, because I feel like
What's your take?
like collaborating is a lot of fun because
I think it's hella fun.
yeah, you get to like you know, there's like two completely different mindsets, and you just kind of, I guess, with the right people, you know, and it doesn't matter like what their skill set would be or their style or whatnot, but like just these two very different people, and then you just mash them together, and fun things kind of, I don't know how to explain this, but again, so I want to relate it to music. It's
Okay,
like
cool,
when
yeah.
you're in like improvisational like jam session, you know, like someone kind of like lays, and I guess that requires a little bit of knowledge, but you know, someone lays down a little like drum or something, and you come in with a little like flute or guitar, and then you just kind of, might not all sound great, but eventually kind of come in this little flow state, and then you get this little like snippet of just like beautiful collaborative creation.
Yeah.
And I feel like with the right people, it's kind of the same, but like you both have to like really submit, I guess, to just let go of the expectation, because you know, there's no way in hell that I'm gonna work with someone else who has a completely different art style and different things that inspire them, and we're not gonna be on the same path, you know. So it's just kind of like, I wish you could record the hand motions, but you know, dance around each other.
I can describe them. It's like we're talking about a dance, and he's making like the flow, like
it's almost like two fishes kind of swimming around each other. But yeah, I agree though, like collaborating and then working in tandem, very different. I do like working around people, but I just end up, you know, just kind of a very, I don't want to say like thought out, but like I know what I want to do after I get off work and whatnot. It's usually go straight home and think about getting started for a couple hours, and then getting started eventually.
So like you have like I don't want to say like a buffer, but like a pregame process before you get into your sessions.
Yeah.
And is it sort of like you're just letting things float around until it feels like the right time? Or I'm sure it's like you gotta you're like, I'm just doing this, like it's time to just go, like.
And then the first one, yeah, let things float around for a bit. I'm very like work for 5 minutes and then pays for 30 kind of person.
Okay.
So I'll draw a little bit, and then I'll play a little bit of music.
Cool.
And then I'll just kind of bounce between different things, or I'll just like watch videos for a little bit. Find it very hard to focus, but when I got something, then I feel like I can just like really sit in it and work for an extended period of time. But during that like buffer period, definitely like it's a little bit of work at a time until I like hit something, you know?
Yeah. Do you feel like that's like your idea sifting phase? Like,
I feel like, yeah.
Until like an idea is like strong enough, it doesn't really like hold your focus?
I feel like it. Like, I don't know, you've verbalized it pretty well. Like, I don't really think about it, but I do feel like maybe that's what it is. It's like sifting through different ideas until something really sticks. Because there are times where, you know, I'll get home and I can immediately like jump into work.
Yeah.
And like, I guess that's just when I'm most like motivated or something.
Yeah.
And then other times, like it will be, I have this really bad habit, like a quick tangent.
Yeah.
Really bad habit of like, when I'm hanging out with people, I'm just kind of like, oh, hey, I'm cutting this early because I got to go home and like work on stuff. And usually that means I get home and I'll sit around or I'll fiddle for, you know, like 3-4 hours, and then I'll get to work. So I've started trying not to cut hangout sessions early because I have quote unquote things to do, because I know I'm gonna get home and it's not gonna happen immediately. So I might as well spend that extra time with friends or family and then get home and then like get to business.
Well, it's like, I feel you, first off.
Yeah.
Like, I really like that. I don't want to call it like putz around time, percolating time. I feel like doing the miscellaneous activities, even if they're not like related to whatever your goal is or your activity of the evening.
Yeah.
You know, like those are stuff that you just enjoy doing, or it's something that helps give enough space to sort through stuff. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to get into things because I'm still carrying energy from the previous thing.
I see what you're saying.
And like I've had to learn how to do different strategies because I don't feel like I'm time rich, you know, like so I'm trying to learn how to do things more on the spot, but then also let go of like my desire to control the outcome, and just like appreciate that I'm letting myself draw for 5 minutes or like work on the project for 10 minutes. And I feel like sometimes like just jumping around from project to project and working on it a little bit is better than like just crashing out for evening, you know?
Yeah. Now I wanted to ask you, like throw that question back at you, but like, do you have a buffer period when you're making stuff? Are you, I guess you kind of answered that a little bit, but like.
Sometimes like, I've definitely like had different phases where I've experienced different things. I think who I hang out with definitely like activates different parts of myself.
Okay.
So like I've had the pleasure or the luxury of like experiencing different modes of operating. So when it comes to generation and execution, like I've had the experience of seeing it in my mind, in my imagination, and then being like, yo, I want to translate this to shared reality, like reality. And then I've had the experience of, I don't know what this is, it's just a feeling, it's vague, I don't have an image, I'm gonna work off the feeling. And then where I find myself a lot recently is like something is taking up all the bandwidth, I know I want to make stuff, I feel like shit, my imagination is just intrusive thoughts. So it's just like I don't know what to draw, I don't know what to make, so I'm gonna go into just putting marks on the page and I'm gonna follow. I do a lot of automatic drawing. So like the surrealist practice from back in the day, where you're just letting your hand make marks on the page, and then eventually like I look at it until I start to see something, and then I start to develop it, and I just build off of one anchor, creating another anchor until it becomes something.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And I don't know if I was talking about this last time, but like I've had like a lot of shame in like how I draw. And now I'm just trying to embrace like my goofy, cartoonish style. Because I can draw in like different styles. It just takes time.
Yeah.
And like I think there's been times where I've wanted to show people, especially like other creators, like, hey, like I can do this, or I can make like a solid piece. But I may not be able to do that style in that moment, or like I might need to go into solitude to do that. And I'm getting better at like doing those things in front of other people.
Yeah.
But now I'm just trying to like just like let it be whatever it is, you know, and that's okay. Like as long as I'm engaging in the process. Like, yeah.
As long as it feels good too. I think
that is the other thing.
An important one that I consistently forget is like just draw for the sake of drawing, because you know it's easy to get caught up in like trying to make a little extra cash here and there. And then I forget, like, you know, the whole point of it all was just to like make weird, goofy, fun things. Just like make things, you know? Just 'cause it's fun.
Like so I've always been creative, and I used to do different stuff. Like I started out like trying to do film and stuff like that, and skits. And then like I got into doing stand-up comedy, and then that crashed out. Film crashed out, and then I turned to drawing as a way to just, you know, like do something solo. And it was really fun initially, and there was like a lot of self-discovery initially. And then when I got to art school, it was like I was finally around like a group of people I'd never really like hung out with before, and I felt like I could be like a fuller expression of myself. And then it was sort of like I had these ideas about getting on, you know, and because I wanted to make money so I could make more art and hang out with my artist homies, and we could make stuff, and we could have the money to like support ourselves while we make stuff. But I feel like in the pursuit of like trying to get paid, it's like a lot, like you said, like a lot of the fun goes out. In my instance, because it's like I was more focused on trying to make money as opposed to having a good time or providing a service, or both at the same time.
No, I feel that. It's like a cycle, you know. Well, to me, it's been a cycle. It's I get caught up in trying to make money that I lose. It stops being fun, and then it stops being something I enjoy doing. So then I let go of trying to make money, and then just do what I really like. And then when I do what I really like, then kind of like people start to ask me to like make things for them. So then I start taking all of these commissions, and then I start just focusing on doing that because it makes me money. And then I realize I'm not having fun, and then I'm just kind of like, oh man, I'm gonna finish up these commissions, and I'm gonna stop taking commissions, just do what I want. And then I do that, and then it starts over. I start doing what I want, and then people start asking it, and then it's over and over and over again. And I'm just kind of like,
Have you ever had like a commission where it just flowed, and like from beginning to end, there wasn't like a lot of hang-ups?
No, I enjoy. I'm making it sound like I despise the commissions that I get. I enjoy.
No, I know that you don't.
Okay, thank you.
I know that you don't. But I understand the frustration.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like commissions just don't flow. And I think there's like a variety of reasons why sometimes.
Yeah, I try to. There's been. They flow, like, but it's due to my own lack of like self-discipline that these commissions kind of like get a little like frustrating or a little stressful. But when I do sit down and I start doing them, like they're fun, and like things kind of, they fall into place, and as I'm working, I'm just like, oh, I should do this, I should do that, or you know, because I don't have the idea fully written out, right? They just kind of, I start, I have a general idea of what I want to do, and then I just start working on it and change things as I go, and eventually land on a finished product. But when I sit down and I actually get into it, like it's a lot of fun. But like right now, like this animation project that I'm doing, like I'll get like excited, like I'll be sitting there and I'll get an idea and I'll work on it, and then the idea looks great, and then I'll like just jump out of my chair. I'm just like, you know, I'm like cussing because I'm so happy. And then I pace for 30 minutes, and then I sit back down and I watch it like 20 times. And then by that time, you know, I'm like, okay, it's time for bed. I'll do more tomorrow.
That's an instance of getting the juice.
Getting the juice?
I mean, like, getting pumped up.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes.
Do you understand other times where it's like you get pumped up from the art or being creative?
Definitely like seeing finished products, you know, is like taking that step back after like being like fully satisfied with what I did, and just being like, okay, like knowing in myself that this is done, and taking a step back and then looking at it, and then I'm just kind of like, cool, like I did that, you know. And yeah, honestly, like, I don't know, this is getting me thinking, but just like when I like reflect on the fact that people hire me to create for them, that's really exciting. You know, it's like someone saw what I was doing and was just like, I want to pay you for what you're doing. And that gets me pumped, and that gets me, you know, it kind of like sets me right again. When I'm like getting frustrated, I'm just kind of like, I'm literally so lucky, you know? Like, I get to just goof around, and people like that, and they want to give me money to continue goofing around. Like, that's magical, you know?
I think so,
Yeah.
And then also it's like the learning experience of like being creative for other people. Sometimes I feel like you have to learn different kinds of skills, and then also like different ways of communicating. Like you're talking about, it's like you were very honest and upfront with dude. And I feel like sometimes timely communication really does like reassure people.
Yeah.
You know? I've worked on commissions where it's like I was very consistent in communicating on the timeline and stuff like that towards the deadline, and it went really well until the end. You know, but you know, those are just like lessons in the broader scope of like, this is how I go about doing it.
I see.
And also like learning rules for myself. Like, I don't know if we were recording yet when I was talking about the deposit. It's when I do commissions, I do half down just to make sure that they're serious.
Yeah. No, that's I heard it somewhere, I don't remember where I heard it, but like only working with like friends of friends, like people have vouched for, because I want to try to avoid as many bad experiences of like either people working on something and then someone flaking, or you know. But definitely communicating is something that I'm trying to improve on, because I could absolutely be much better at communicating the timeline of things. And I think part of that is like a little selfish of me, because I don't want them to, I want to basically make what I want to make with as little of their input as possible.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because, you know, if if I get a lot of their input, it's like it stops being it kind of stops being fun for me because I have all these ideas that I want to put, and I know it's for them, like, you know, it's their thing that I'm kind of putting forth.
For sure.
I feel like when I get too much of their input, it stops being fun because at that point you're just telling me what to do, what to draw, and you're not letting me, like, you're not giving me the free range it takes for me to, like, really just get in and do something that I really love to do, and instead it's just me doing exactly what you want, which I guess, like, you know, it's fair, you're giving me money, so why wouldn't you want that? But I find that those are the most fun when I get free range and they're just kind of like, yeah, just do whatever you want, like, I trust you.
Yeah.
You know, opposed to, like, I want this thing and this, and I want this here and this here and this here, and then at that point I'm just kind of like, okay, I'll do that, okay.
I feel you. I've had both.
Yeah.
I feel like the second one, to me, it's the most frustrating, where it's like, you start off the conversation, it's like, I know you want something specific, and you know that they don't have the language to describe what it is that they want.
Yeah.
And they'll only start telling you what they want after you've created pieces for them, or like concepts, and then they put you into the cycle of like revisions.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, I understand why you want to minimize input, because it's almost like you want to lead it.
Yeah.
You want to take the lead, and then you want to take it to a point where it's like they're not going to be micromanaging the project.
That's exactly
when you
it.
typically don't get paid for micromanaging to be micromanaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't. And then, and you know, like revisions, that's work, right? You've
That
put
is
all
work.
this time, effort into a concept, and you've drawn it out and you've flushed it out, and then for someone to like come in and change it, it's like they don't understand that takes its work to then revise that and then to do it over, because you know, you're drawing over and over and over again, and you're not getting paid for that extra. At least I'm not.
Unless you've built it into your pricing structure, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't, because I just like to work on things that are fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm happy taking a small cut if that means that I can just run free with the idea.
I was like talking about this a little bit the other day with another guest, and I feel like everybody has their own relationship with money and with like pricing. And I feel like pricing is something that can be difficult to learn.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know, like being sort of like more ballsy, or you want the job.
Yeah.
And you want to have it be reasonable, so they'll give you the job. And you don't know whether or not it's going to need more time or not.
Yeah.
Or need more money or not.
Because it is such a mystery, right?
Yeah.
You don't know. I mean,
unless you've done it a bunch and you know how to run it, and it's like, I'll take you up this hill. Like I've climbed this mountain many times.
Yeah. And that's it. It's even like take into account too, like you know, you also have a life to live, right? You're working, you're doing what you got to do. If you have pets, you're taking care of pets, you're hanging out with family, and then also trying to balance like managing, at least for me, is like the self-discipline, like sit down and actually get on it. And then that buffer time too, like I don't take any of that into account. I just try to just do when the pen is actually touching the paper. try to do that.
And that's why I'm trying to really train myself to have my buffer time be the side projects or the other projects.
I see. That's so smart.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just fucking YouTube, you know?
It's me, man. I love YouTube.
I love YouTube. And I don't even watch it. Like, I just listen to it most of the time. But yeah, like I try to stay away from Instagram because it's so interesting, and I can just like spend like a quick half hour catching up on other people's art, or like what have people been doing, and it'll go by like nothing. So I've been good about like training myself to not spend too much time on IG. But it's the same thing with Reddit. It's like Reddit's so interesting to me, and I could easily spend like an hour just reading about some stuff. But those are things that like take my active attention. YouTube is something I can run back burner.
Yeah.
But still, sometimes I just get caught up in the scroll.
Just put an interesting documentary on and just let it play.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets kind of good, and then you just sit there and watch for a little bit.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
You mean they put bugs in that?
Yeah. Just a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Instagram takes up a lot of time. I have my computer at home, so I'll be sitting there and I'll just be like looking at.
Do you do IG on the computer?
On the computer, yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
But still, I find a way to let it eat so much time.
Well, I took it off my phone, and I don't keep it on my phone, but that's because like 7 years ago, I was getting like really weird messages and stuff like that. I was like, okay. So when I got my first tablet, I just moved it to the tablet, and I noticed that helped just like slow it down. And yeah.
Yeah, the computer's nice because it's at home.
Yeah.
It can't take up my time outside of home, and then I can still like make posts when I need to. I have Instagram on my tablet too because I try to post stories every now and again.
Yeah.
Just to let people know that yes, I'm still alive. I'm still making things.
That's cool. Like, how does creativity as a service occur to you? Like, have you ever experienced it as a customer or an audience member? And then it's sort of like a two-part question.
Okay.
Like, what's your experience as receiving creativity as a service? And then what's your experience as providing creativity as a service?
Okay. I'd say transporting you away from like the mundane adult day-to-day life. There's been times where I would like sit there and I'm just kind of like, this is why I make things, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there and like all my problems just kind of like melt away, and I'm just in this space with this like incredible musician or artist, and I'm just taking in like their years of like training and travel and whatever it is they do to like fill their cup, you know? But yeah, like providing an escape or just like transporting people to like another world and just really, you know, giving them something else to like look forward to. Same as like comedians, you know, you stand up there and then for a moment it's just you and this person just telling you jokes, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that, like it's important work, you know, like it's so important. And the more that I participate in and try to lead workshops and whatnot, like the more I realize just how like starved people can be for just like something else, you know. A lot of people just kind of they sell themselves like so short, and seeing someone create to like this almost like superhuman level makes you believe that you can achieve more, like you have more potential than just, you know, going to work and coming back and taking care of the kids and cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah.
While all that stuff is important, like, you know, there's more.
Yeah. I actually like cleaning a lot, but at the same time, sometimes I get so busy that
It gets put on the...
Yeah, it starts to back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's your experience of like receiving, but then it also seems like the basis for what's inspired you and like how you'd like to provide.
Yeah.
That's dope. I feel like that's well said.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I feel like when you're able to let all your problems melt away, which I think is like a great way to say it, like you can get into that zone where you feel alive. And I feel like a lot of like my early explorations of like being creative as like a young adult, that's what it was. That's what it all felt like.
Yeah.
You know, like discovery and being alive.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You know, it just gives you something else. Like watching a like well put together performance is it's like next level. Like I went to this meditation retreat, and there was like music involved, right? Like just incredible, like the room was dark. So all you could hear were like music and people singing, and like the voices, the person's voice mixed with like a harmonium was just like literally like this is what divinity is. This is like what being the presence of God is, you know. It was this like crazy crazy experience, and that kind of like that was like a huge takeaway for me. Is like if I could like transport someone to like that kind of state of just like wonder and, you know, like mysticism, like I don't know, that'd be pretty cool.
That's dope. I just finished doing like the 12-week for. Just make sure. Okay, I think we're good.
My bad.
I just finished doing like the 12-week for the Artist Way. Have you ever done that before? Cool. It's like a writing program. And it's like two things. You do like writing, like a stream of consciousness every morning.
Okay.
And then you take yourself out for like a little artist date, like once a week. And it's all designed to like help you understand what's going on, and then like fill the cup.
I see.
And like one of the main messages of like the author is that for them, like creativity is a spiritual endeavor.
Yeah.
You think that's what's up?
I do.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's like when you really get in a flow state, like you're just creating on a whim, like just making, letting, like it does feel like something's taken over. Like
I feel like to me it's, yeah, I've had the experience of like something's taken over. I also have the experience of like tapping in, and it's like you're on the ride.
Yeah. You're just riding it.
You're riding the wave.
Yeah.
And
wave of creativity.
I was talking with Juan the other day, and we were talking about this because I think like Juan's flow state is sort of interesting because he can switch medias like in the middle of his flow state, which I've seen certain people do, but not like a lot of people do. And just the idea of like tapping into ideas and like where different ideas come from. And I believe he was talking, I might get this wrong, but he's sort of saying like it all comes from like one singular place. I think it was more so he was trying to like connect two conversations.
Okay.
Because we're talking about singularity. And then also this idea of like where he taps in, it's like a singular space too. Like it's a wellspring of some kind, or a creative source of some kind. I think in terms of, and I might be butchering this too, like a higher intelligence that holds like a plethora of creative ideas.
Okay.
He gets into like interdimensional and multidimensional being type stuff.
Okay.
Do you?
I like that idea of just scooping some creative well juice and taking a big
simpler
old plug. Yeah.
It's simpler. Okay, yeah. Something like I've been trying to figure out for myself is like making creative space. So like you feel more comfortable like making stuff solo.
Yeah.
How do you set up your environment to?
Sorry, finish that.
No, it's just like, how do you like to set up your environment to get into that state where you feel like, yeah, like this is my creative zone? Like, how do you stage that place for yourself?
I feel like the less I think about it, the better.
Really?
Because like my space is a mess. You know, I have current projects kind of sitting, and all my tools kind of like in a general area. Instruments at like every corner of the room. And I just kind of feel like I don't know, like I'll just sit down and again, like the fiddling, right? Is there's something for me to do at every corner of my room, and eventually like I'll fiddle around and kind of like doodling. You know, like I'll just kind of just draw whatever kind of comes to mind and just kind of keep going, and eventually something kind of sticks, as we like mentioned earlier, and then that idea is good enough for me to like flesh out more.
Oh, cool.
So I kind of feel like that's just how I set up my creative space. Is there's every corner of the room something for me to do, and eventually I land on something that I really want to do. Unless, of course, like I'm working on a commission, then that's like the focus, and I'll fiddle around somewhere else, but I'll try to reel myself back in. I don't know if that answered the question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like if you were having to set up in a new space, would you do it exactly the same?
I would, and I think it just comes from like years of just kind of working on stuff. Is you know, I build up whatever tools, and there's just things everywhere. So I feel like in a new space, like I don't need a whole lot to get started. There's a piece of paper and pencil. Like when I'm at work, we have like scrap pieces of paper everywhere. And while I'm doing like whatever mundane task, if I'm like washing bottles or scrubbing tanks or whatever, I'll get like hit with an idea. So then I'll like run and grab a piece of paper and like write it down, scribble it.
Cool.
And that's exactly it. Like same way at home is there's just stuff everywhere for when I do get an idea that can kind of just go and scribble it. I'm always thinking.
When like you return to ideas, do you just find them by like
yeah, sometimes. I'll like be looking through, actually just a couple nights ago, I was going through my Google Docs.
Oh, you keep them on Google Docs?
Some of them do.
Cool.
Well, because the ones that hit me during work, I'll like write them on scrap pieces of paper and I'll put them away. And then eventually I'll get to putting them on Google Docs, because then I will lose that piece of paper. I did, actually, is it in here? Yeah. Here's one of them.
Pulling on an idea right now?
Yeah. So this was from like several months ago.
Yeah. And you just found this?
Yeah, I was in like in a box of things I was gonna throw away. And I was like at the dumpster about to throw it. And I was kind of like, oh shoot, like let me take that out. I think that's 1 of 3 pages of a full poem that I did.
Oh, cool.
It's a little more it's more well done in the docs.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting to me, because I feel like when I have like a small cache of ideas I log digitally, but the ones I log analog, like by writing or sketching, those are the ones that I actually end up using the most, actually.
Oh.
So it's fascinating to me that like you're actually refining in a digital space.
Yeah.
And I would just assume that you're like more of an analog person, so I think it's interesting. To
I
me.
see. Yeah, here's a little sneak peek. Is I'm not. I do utilize the digital, but the analog is just kind of like quick note scratches. Because again, I'm a very disorganized person, so I know that I will lose these pieces of paper. They'll get lost. So if an idea for me like feels right, I'll go and I'll digitize it. Then I know it's going to be on my computer, and I'm not going to lose it.
Oh, cool.
Like this. I don't know where the other 2 pages are, but I found
like
this
a
one.
treasure hunt now.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But oh, and the reason I bring that up was so I was going through the docs, and this one here. I was like just kind of going and reading through just like the little short stories that I've written and whatnot, and then adding to them and changing them. So then I came across this poem that you like read part of, and then I kind of changed it up and made it where I was like happier with it, and then shortly after found this piece of paper. So I just felt that was kind of like interesting.
Cool. One of the times that we link after this, like I'd like to see the finished,
absolutely,
fuller version. That would be dope.
Absolutely.
Cool. So do you write like a lot of poetry too?
Here and there, not a lot. I was dabbling in like trying to write short stories. And then I just kind of found that it's more fun to then take those short stories and then shorten them further into like poems.
Oh, I like that.
And that's been the most fun for me. So there's some that I'm kind of going back and trying to turn into poems, and others that I'm just like trying to finish as short stories because I feel like I have more to say. and then sometimes those poems then turn into like illustrations or little animations.
Cool.
It's kind of fun to use an idea more than once.
Oh, for sure. Like ideas that have legs, like ideas that can traverse mediums.
Yeah.
I think are really interesting. I was gonna ask like if they like feed into each other.
Oh yeah, they do.
Do you ever feel like there's a shape to how they feed into each other? Like, do they have an origin point and then typically go into one medium or another before they hit like another medium?
No, I think it's just whatever like I guess whatever's nearest.
Okay.
You know, because I've had a drawing that I did that I then like wrote a poem for, or a poem then I did a drawing for, and then you know it's kind of,
it can go any way.
It can go any way, yeah.
Any direction.
Any direction.
Yeah.
And just kind of keep it open.
What do you feel like gives you the most energy? Like, what do you feel like hypes you up the most on a regular basis?
I think drawing, yeah. I just like drawing little goofy characters. I like drawing nudity, that's fun.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, some of the artists that we both know always are like, yeah, those are some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a friend got a good laugh of I like posted the story recently. And that was like I think I like drew I drew a cock, and I was kind of like I woke up in cold sweat because I haven't drawn a wiener in a while.
Wait, why did you wake up in cold sweat?
Because I haven't drawn a wiener in a while.
Okay. It just seems funny. It's like, or is it like you knew that you had to, and then it's like you woke up because it's like, oh, I haven't done this in a while, or you drew one, then went to sleep, and then you're like, it's not good enough. Like,
no, it was just a little goof. Because someone responded to some things I was like drawing responses. So someone said like my dick and balls, so then I drew. And my partners always tease me about the fact that like a lot of my shirt designs will have like a wiener or a bush, you know. And
so you like taught yourself screen printing too, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. And you're one of the only people that I know that says they do sun exposure.
Not anymore.
Oh, for real? You got a light?
Yeah, I got a light. Still capable of it, and I will if that ever breaks. But ever since starting to take on commissions for other people with the screen printing, I've needed to do something that I can expose that's like more consistent, so I can expose like at night or during a cloudy day. Because that stuff gets weird when like the sun's kind of cloudy, or you know, I have to expose at 12 to 1 p.m. on a sunny day with the UV at 3, and you know, it's all these things that I have to make sure are right, which is fine because here in California we get a lot of that. But sometimes, because I'm the way that I am and I wait to do a commission the day before, like, and I get like for some reason get hit with rain, then I'm like fucked, you know. So, by the way, if you ever get a commission from me, this is who you're working with.
Go ahead, plug the website.
That
DMs are open.
That good son, commissions are open.
It's summer right now.
It's summer right now. I have a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah.
Just give me a deadline and I'll do it the night before.
Cool. Do you gotta get that?
Might be my grandma. Yeah.
You can take it. And I think we're back in it. So
we're back in it.
Yeah.
Jumping right in.
Yeah, jumping right back in it. It's summertime, the water's cool.
I'm a cannonball.
Yeah. Catching waves.
Catching waves. Been sweating all day. Can't wait to wash that off.
Wash it all away.
Salty water.
fresh breeze,
Yeah.
little hint of sun.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm excited for summer.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm gonna do a little more. I'm gonna try to hit a little more beach. I was the tannest I've ever been last summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you go to the beach a lot?
A lot. Yeah. I spent several hours out there.
Do you like use sunscreen or no sunscreen?
No. I'm letting
Raw dogging.
raw dogging it. Yeah. I know. I've gotten a lot of people tell me wear sunscreen. I will eventually.
Everybody has their own approach. You know, it's like. Also, I don't think there's like one sunscreen for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think more natural stuff is better for certain people, and then some people I think need more non-natural things.
Yeah. That's well put.
Yeah.
I'm definitely on the try to use the least amount of chemicals and lotions as I can. But I know every now and again some sun protection will do me good.
So what's up? I want to ask two things.
Yeah.
So the first thing, before we get into like this whole tangent, is like, what do you feel like is the least amount of gear or tools that you need to make something that you'd be satisfied with?
Oh, okay. Like pencil and some glue.
What do you need glue for?
I don't know if I want to glue something to it.
Is it like paper? Is it non-paper?
Yeah, glue some stuff together.
Okay.
It have to be like some really good glue. Like what's that? Like E800? Like reeks and takes long.
Oh yeah, the real
Yeah.
chemically stinky stuff.
Yeah, I've gassed myself with that stuff. It'll be like 12, like midnight. I'm like working on whatever I am, and I'll have to like sleep with like 3 blankets over my face because I can't.
Because the fumes are in the
Because the fumes are real bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been glue high before.
Probably.
I've been glue high many times.
Yeah.
And not like we're huffing the glue to get high. We're working on stuff.
Yeah.
And the glue has gotten us high. The glue has gotten me high, yeah.
The glue's gotten you.
Yeah, man. There's been times where I was like worried I was so high on glue. I was like, am I ever going to come back from
Mom,
this?
pick me up.
Nah, she can't pick me up from there. I was like, damn, am I damaging my brain right now? Like,
Probably.
yeah.
That's why I'm where I am.
You got shit in your coffee?
I think so. I don't know what that is.
Have you like ingested a bunch of chemicals just from working with different kinds of art and materials?
Yeah, unfortunately. Definitely like spray paint and like sealant, which is terrible. And I try to be in an open space now because I feel like in the short time that I have worked with them, like I started noticing like kind of like a slight wheeze when I breathe. So definitely after that, I scared myself into being a lot more careful, especially with like the glues and whatnot. So I try to, windows, fans open.
Yeah.
Try not to do anything like late at night where I might disturb other people with loud fans.
That's legit.
Yeah.
That's legit. Do you have like any respirators or anything like that in your?
I had one. I need to get another one. Thankfully, I haven't worked with harsh chemicals in a while, so I haven't really needed to, but I know that I should get one, just have on hand.
Yeah, I've been working with them less, and I'm actually grateful because I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because it's like years. Like I worked in a professional commercial screen printing shop. We used a shit ton of chemicals in there, and that was 3 years. But all of the years I was doing printmaking in college, like a good 5-7 years, like using like really gnarly fucking chemicals.
Yeah.
And then after college, I was working in art studios and using really fucking gnarly chemicals in the art studios. So like I'm grateful that I'm in a place where I'm not using like heavy chemicals right now in my life. Like I've worried about like them affecting my body long term, and I'm just like, well, fuck it, like let me have a smoke. But like
Let me take a whiff of that E800.
yeah, the chemical peels on my hands because it's like
man.
my body's been absorbing the chems too much. Yeah.
So I've had a few older folks who've been making things for a while, all just really drill me about wearing protection because they're just like, you don't want to the effects of like huffing all these chemicals, like you're really gonna feel it when you get old, and that kind of like got me to like rethink my nonchalance of the the harshness of them.
Yeah, I thought I was only going to do the nonchalance through college. I was like, cool, my body can take like a little bit of damage for now. But then when I was starting to do it like into my like work life, I'm like, fuck, like, what am I going to get out of this? It's like, maybe this is going to kill me. Because it's like in printmaking, sometimes the chemicals do kill the printmakers. Yeah, for sure.
That's scary.
Yeah, and it's like, sometimes you just like resign yourself to it. It's just like, fuck it, like, well, this is what I love to do.
Art is life.
If I go out by the chemicals, I die doing what I love. No, man, like, doing what you love shouldn't kill you. So my other question is like, what do you do to go like fill the cup? Like, I've heard some pretty interesting stories from you. You're pretty much like self-taught as a creative, right?
Yeah.
But it seems like you've definitely gone off into like other kinds of paths and avenues. Like what do you do to fill the cup, and what's some other stuff that you've tried before you incorporated like a creative practice into your life full time?
In terms of filling the cup, since meeting people.
Really?
Yeah, I love to go out and like meet new people, and I can be very reserved, and like I'll have my times where like I don't want to talk to anybody, and I'm so not capable of socializing. And there's other times where like I could just talk to anybody walking down the streets. And those are the times where like I feel like I can really fill my cup is, I'll meet some really interesting people, I'll have a conversation that really stands out, I'll make like a short connection, and that kind of like inspires me. So that really like gives me a little more energy to keep going. And then there's also just like my variety of hobbies, like climbing, hiking, of course, like going out to nature, like everybody has to, that's...
Some people don't fuck with nature though.
Yeah, well, they're missing out. Sorry, but you are. It's cool out there.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, there's cool bugs. Feels good to just walk and breathe and just like be quiet for a little bit. And then of course like playing music too.
Really?
Yeah, just like sitting and just kind of like plucking, making a little bit of sound. I think it's the perfect thing for me to have everywhere, because like I'll kind of, when I'm feeling a little run down, I'll take a break and I'll pick on the guitar for like an hour or so.
Oh, cool. That's dope. How did you discover like music did that for you?
I think just doing it over and over again, and just I don't know, like I do have to say, like my full appreciation of music, of course, came after like a intense psychedelic trip. Took a ton of mushrooms.
Yeah, I could feel that.
Yeah, and then like I was like sobbing at the sound of the guitar,
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was almost embarrassing. I was just like ugly crying at it.
Yeah.
And then I came out of it with a little more like emotional attachment to it. So like I do find when I like really get into a flow, like I feel like I expel a lot more, and like I can bring myself to tears. Not because I'm like really good at playing, but just because like it's just this nice release.
Nice. Do you feel like it's easy to like continuously release, or does it sometimes feel like there's a little bit more like clogging up that?
Sometimes I think there's like some cloggage, but like it eventually, it comes out one way or another. Either like
So do you give it more time?
Yeah. I try not to force it, because I do feel like it just kind of like comes when it comes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just kind of need something to like push me over the edge, right? Like stressful situations or someone getting on my nerves.
For sure.
And like I snap at them, which is not the best, you know, don't use that as your coping mechanism, but like it'll kind of like, it'll wake me up that there's like something that I'm holding on to, and then I can be like, hey, sorry I did that, and then I'll go home and, you know, tend to it.
Yeah. I feel you. Like, yeah, so how, were you always like a creative person? Were you always like dabbling?
Dabbling makes it sound like I'm doing drugs or something.
I feel like it can be a drug.
Yeah.
You know, like when I first started, I was sort of, it would feel like a drug sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like, so you've tried like different substances?
Mm-hmm.
I've tried like a handful of different substances.
Okay.
So I understand altered states.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like being creative has definitely had me feel like I'm in altered states without any kind of drugs. And just like keeping my curiosity open and stuff like that, seeing if those are like mental places or mental states or states of being that are actually good for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, deciding whether or not I want to continue those paths or those pathways. Because I sort of feel like they're, how do I say it? Like, if you're going like on a hike in nature, but it's your brain, and there's well-worn trails, and then there's, oh, this looks interesting, let me go off in this direction that doesn't have a trail.
Okay.
It's sort of like that. So just giving examples, like I feel like I've experienced it a lot in clothing, like making clothing and designs, where I'm just taking textures that I've made and then experimenting with like color and then placement. Like I feel like I've definitely gotten into some sort of like specific religious based zones, like sources of creativity, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting, like I don't know that this is for me, but now I understand where these types of creatives are coming from.
Okay. I'm getting what you're,
a little bit. I feel like it's like not the easiest for me to describe, but I definitely think like meditation. I believe meditation can take you into altered states, and a former meditation teacher of mine told me, like, hey, you can do any of those kind of substances in meditation, but then realizing what is like the healthiest and most enjoyable state of being in terms of being in a zone of creativity for yourself.
Okay. I'm getting what you're, I'm getting a taste of what you're saying.
Yeah.
But creativity being like an altered state, like a form of meditation for you?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it comes to like consciousness.
Okay.
And like what kind of vibe or frequency you're writing. And while I do think there are some energy, like states of being that are more like optimal in terms of being creative, like there are other ones that you can draw from. And I don't necessarily think some of the other ones are like healthy.
Yeah.
Like just for sake of conversation, like I feel like the tortured artist is very romanticized.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like some people are very good at like turning pain into work. But I don't think pain is the only place you can draw energy to make work.
Absolutely not. Okay. No, I'm getting more of what you're saying.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it is like dabbling in different I like ideas and concepts, and how to create can lead you to, I think, like a dark place. You know, like seclusion, I think, is a big one.
Yeah.
And it's one that I constantly deal with, is you know, secluding myself. So I try to be conscious of that, and of, like, you know, with going out and like meeting people and trying to be social and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because during like long periods of times where I'm just like hidden away and I'm like, oh, I have all this to make and I want to make this and this and this, I like have difficulty like talking to people, you know, like I almost forget how to interact with others.
Yeah.
So I have to re-socialize myself.
Yeah.
Which is, so I think that is definitely a slippery slope that I kind of dabble in, not on purpose, but it's something that I have to be conscious of because I know that it could leave somewhere unhealthy. So yeah, I do think there are different ways of creating that can be unhealthy. So it's like trying to remain conscious of that. And to circle back to your question about like creativity, I kind of feel like it was just, it was something I had to practice.
Really?
Yeah, and maybe it's because when I was a kid, I was like a huge gamer, you know? So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I played a lot of Call of Duty and a lot of shooters, yeah.
You don't come off as someone that would be into that.
I know, but I am.
Yeah.
And, you know, so I kept myself distracted, and there wasn't like a lot to life for me. It was gaming, you know. That's all it was. And I think like distancing myself from that, I started like exploring different avenues and finding out that, you know, I like to draw and I like to make music and like all this other stuff that now I'm trying to hone in and just learn how to do better and continue doing and whatnot. And I feel like that can be true for just about anybody. Like, I don't know, I think a lot of people are too quick to write themselves off as being not creative.
Absolutely.
But like, it's there, it's like a muscle, and you just have to practice and unfortunately make a lot of mistakes and fail a ton of times so that you can find things that you really do enjoy doing. And, you know, maybe that leads somewhere, maybe it just leads to a coping mechanism that is healthy. And
yeah.
I think that's really, you know, that's the gold right there.
Yeah. So when did you like start going out of the first phase, like the gamer phase, into other stuff? Was it like around puberty? Was it like being like a later teenager?
It was definitely like fresh out of high school.
Okay.
I had taken an art class in middle school. They kind of did the basics, like how to draw a sphere and like a pyramid. So like, okay, but when I got to like draw my own things, like that was more fun.
Yeah.
And then of course I went through my like anime phase where I like wanted to draw anime and whatnot because all my friends were super into anime.
Yeah.
And I just kind of was along for the ride. So then I was trying to do all that. Wasn't very good at it.
Yeah, your work doesn't seem like it has any influence.
Yeah,
Doesn't seem like it has any of that.
I feel like I've changed a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, fresh out of high school. I'd taken some more classes in high school, and that's kind of, I got more interested. But where it really took off was when I was working dispatch for a weed delivery company. Or I was working dispatch we were doing delivery for a dispensary. So I was like alone in a white room, LED lights, no windows for like 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Just sitting back there on a computer. I just had like little sticky notes, and I would just kind of like draw whatever. And that's kind of where like it snowballed. I was kind of like, this is fun, and, you know, kept doing it.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another. Now here I am.
Cool. And you've like tried other things too. Like, I heard that you were like trying to be like a nutritionist at one point.
Yeah.
And you actively do brewing right now, right? Do you feel like these other skills that you have, this other base of knowledge, does that like inform your work? Does it come back in?
It does. I think the nutrition helps keep me healthy so that I can keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that's how it informs. No, I learned a lot about food, and I like to draw things that I find kind of silly. So just like learning about like the food industry and its you know,
It's like
the food industry and how just screwed up it is, and try to poke fun of
it can be.
kind of things like that.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I really like to do is just like to draw different like alcohol products. You know, like I did this little doodle that I really enjoyed. That was like it's like a, what did I call it? I think it was just like something stupid, just like skinny vodka now with Ozempic. You know, just like, you know, just really stupid things like that. And because I don't know, I really don't feel like we're far off from those kind of things.
No.
You know,
It's crazy to me that it seems like the delivery system for Ozempic is like sort of intense, but like streamlined.
yeah.
So it's made to seem like, oh, it's nothing. Like
exactly.
But you're
you
injecting
know?
yourself, right?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like and then you get like Ozempic, was it Ozempic body or whatever? And it's like you, like when you lose weight super quickly, and at the hands of some kind of, and of course like Ozempic, that's not its main purpose. It's for diabetics. So using it for weight loss, don't do it.
I don't even know like its OG purpose.
Yeah, it's for to help with diabetes. I don't remember like the exact thing that it does, but that's its intended purpose. But then people found out that it also assisted in weight loss, and then people started buying it up and using it for weight loss.
Interesting.
And then just of course like sensationalizing it, you know, as being like, was that it's a miracle drug and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a miracle drug, don't get on the train.
Yeah, it doesn't occur as like a miracle drug to me. To me, it screams street drug. But that's like my personal take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember what the original question was, but
Well, I was asking like how your other like
Oh,
explorations into other like bodies of knowledge or like skills, like how they might inform like your creative work. And I was wondering if like there's ever any points where like they bridge.
yeah, definitely.
And you're talking about how you like to draw alcohol
Yeah.
because of like your education in nutrition.
Yeah, nutrition and just nutrition got me interested in food, so then that kind of gives me some ideas to draw about. And then right now, working as a brewer, I just kind of feel like it's because it's such like a laborious job.
Really?
A lot of cleaning, a lot of washing. It gives me that like that mental space to just think. So as I'm like, you know, just washing and doing whatever I need to do, I'm kind of like actively thinking about different ideas, fleshing out stories, brainstorming different like exhibitions or whatever it is. And then of course, like I also get to like make recipes, so then I get to think about that as well. I don't know, I just kind of feel like it's like the same, almost like a very similar creative process. It's like, here's what I have to work with, like what can I make with this, you know?
I rock with that. Yeah, I recently realized, because it's like, I like to clean, and I can't remember if we were talking about this before we started recording or not. Sometimes I'm sure I come off to a lot of people as like dirty, but I know how to clean.
Yeah.
And I know some people don't know how to clean. But what I do notice is like when I'm cleaning things, it's like that's when I'm able to like let go of some emotional stuff sometimes, and also like process things. Which is why like I really like working with my hands.
Yeah.
And I don't do it as much anymore. And it's interesting trying to learn and traverse like digitally, because I'm a very tactile person.
Yeah.
And doing things like cleaning is one of those things where it's like tactile, and then it helps me like process and think and like generate ideas sometimes. So I'm like, oh yeah.
I wonder what it is like about that. Like, is it just because I don't know, like I feel like
It's the body.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Like I don't have I just know that it works for me, you know? Because I feel like what, you know, it takes brain power to clean, because you're thinking about getting all the spots and I don't know, like I feel like that still takes thought. So to me, it's not because it's a mindless activity, because I think you're still actively using your mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, to me, it's like, it's one of those things where all I have to do is like pay attention, and I don't have to give it my full attention. And it's like being able to like just look at something and like do something with my hands. It gives my brain like a place to rest. And then in that sense of resting, like I can actually notice like what state I'm in sometimes. And also I think like running water over my hands or like over like a part of my body or something like that allows like energy to like, or like emotions to like flow, or like the energy from whatever I was coming from before to like sort of flow.
Yeah.
So I can just notice and name like where I'm at energetically.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then it's like I treat it like a metaphor when I'm cleaning. Sometimes it's like, depending on what I'm cleaning, it's like I try to think of it as like, oh, I'm cleaning my mind.
Yeah.
So like I'm making a sticker, and it's like the slogan is when I clean my space, like I like clear my mind.
That resonates.
Yeah. Well, I'm making stickers just for me right now, sort of. I don't feel like they hit for everyone.
Yeah.
Or people don't really fuck with them, but it's like, it's all good as long as I'm keeping it rolling.
Right.
You know?
That
I
one
know.
specifically does resonate, though.
Oh, no.
As a messy person, when I do take the time to clean and reset, it's a big relief, and I'm just like, okay, I can think straight, and then kind of get back to it.
Yeah. So it's like I'm choosing my words.
Yeah.
So I've like been hired to work in like hoarder spaces, like as temporary gigs, and like I've also spent considerable time in cluttered spaces. And something I've noticed in working in cluttered spaces and being in a rush is like sometimes that energy will translate to my personal space. And then when I'm trying to work on my stuff, I may not have the clarity that I need to where to start.
Yeah.
And so like now I'm trying to do like interior design for my personal space so I can achieve like maximum flow in my creative projects. And I think it's weird trying to like combine one room for multifunction. You know, like this is where you sleep, but this is also where you make stuff, and maybe this is also where you exercise, and this is also where you entertain. So like I think it's great when you have the luxury of being able to have separate spaces for separate things. But also I think there's like an orientation where you can do a couple of those things optimally for whatever space you have. Or maybe just realizing you only need that space to do one thing.
Yeah.
Two things.
And when you break that science down, send some of those equations over, because
I feel like there's people who already know the science.
yeah.
Because I feel like low-key it's like touching on feng shui.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
I feel like there's people who've already figured it out. So we need to find those
We gotta
people.
find those people.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I just don't want to look for them. So I know
But you love talking.
Yeah.
I'll look.
Yeah.
When I get the plug, I'll hit you up.
I'm just gonna start asking people. So what do you know about feng shui?
Yeah. Well, that's sort of why I'm asking people. It's like, how do you set up your creative space? Because I feel like a lot of feng shui, it's like designed for living.
Yeah.
And like partnerships sometimes, or like families. But is there any resources for feng shui for creative spaces?
That's such a good. I didn't really understand the question initially, but it's a really good. It was like line of. It's a great thing to think. Yeah, it's a great train of thought. It's a great thing to think about. It's a great snow piercer to think about.
It's not a snow piercer. I just wanted to call it right.
No, but yeah, that never really occurred to me. Yeah.
Because I've had the luxury of having a living space / studio space. I think I've tried turning most of my living spaces into studio spaces. And I've had some spaces where that worked better than others. And I've had studio space where it's messy and it works.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting the stuff done. But then I noticed living in different spaces or living with different kinds of people, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And there's this, do you know about Domestika? I'm not trying to plug it or anything like that. It's sort of like a Skillshare type website, but it's international.
Okay.
So there's a lot of courses, but they're in other languages. So it'll be like in Spanish, or it'll be in Portuguese, or it'll be in Korean, and they'll have English subtitles.
Okay.
Or you can get like a dub. And there's this one illustrator, and in her program, she has like this list that she follows for the whole program. It's like 6 rules. And I'm only gonna like say like the first few or whatever, but it's like keep it simple, take it with you, and set a goal. And like being in California as opposed to Texas, like in Texas I've had standalone studio space. I was very lucky to have that experience. But in Cali, it's sort of like I'm grateful that I'm more situated right now, and I hope I continue to like progress into better and better spaces for me. But I've had the experience of being without studio space, without having any space to be creative, like trying to make stuff with the least amount of gear, being semi-nomadic. And then I've had the benefit of seeing examples. Like one, you know, he has all of his shit in his backpack.
Yeah.
And before we started like drawing around each other, like I would run into him on public transit anytime my car would break down in the past, and he'd always be like watercoloring or drawing. And I was just like super impressed because I'm like, you're getting it, like no matter where you are. So I think that's been an inspiration for me to like not only try and like let go of some of my shame in terms of like trying to make stuff in public, but also like how can I create like a loadout with the minimal amount of gear to complete projects in different kinds of environments and spaces.
I see.
And also to cultivate the inner resources to believe in myself enough, and also have the wherewithal to be like, yeah, like I am the studio.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need anything else. Like,
Yeah,
you got everything
I just
up
need
here.
some paper and
Yeah.
a pencil.
Some pencil,
I am the
paper.
studio. Yeah.
You are the studio. Your daily affirmation. Look in your mirror. I am the studio. Write it in lipstick.
Yeah. Who's writing on the window, bro?
It's me. Yeah. It's me, the studio.
It's me.
Cool. Yeah, but yeah. As far as like space goes, so I guess my only example really is I got rid of my sofa. I had a sofa in my room. I got rid of it because I'd come home from work, and it was so easy for me to just like jump on the sofa and like kind of throw something on my computer and just kind of watch something.
Yeah.
So I got rid of that and just kind of like made a little rat nest in the corner of my room so that I could just kind of, you know, sit there and have all my instruments in that area.
Oh,
and
cool.
I could just kind of like, you know, do that instead of get on my computer, and then my computer now stays on the desk. So it's like work center instead of like you know, like come down, relax, and not do anything that I really want to do kind of area. And that's helped like boost some of the like productivity.
Oh, cool. How much does digital come into play in your own work?
Recently, I feel like it's been playing more and more of a part in the things that I do, because I'm being asked for more and more specific things. I feel like there's less room for me to just spew on a page and call it done. So for some of them, I'll draw everything in parts, and then I'll go digitally put them in, if that makes sense. Like I recently did a set list.
Okay.
And that one, they wanted it to look like a menu. So they wanted like courses and to me, a menu is pretty clean, right? Everything is pretty organized and it's a menu. Everything is like sectioned off and whatnot. And I could spend all the time to like manually line everything up, but that's not my skill set. You know, I like to just doodle and scribble. So yes, I still hand wrote everything. Everything's handwritten, and I did like line the pages up myself so that all the words would be like in a line and be like neat and whatnot. But then I would just scan everything and then digitally place where I wanted it.
That's cool.
Again, because I like to just kind of go with the flow. It's kind of hard to plan things out when I'm just kind of letting things come out as they go. So when I just export that job to the digital realm, it's a little easier.
Oh, I like that.
It's less it's less steam coming out of my head.
I see. It's like a way to manage and refine.
That's so digital is just for refinement for me.
Okay.
You know, to clean things up, especially if I'm doing like label designs or anything like that. I go in there and like I might have like nicked something with my pen, so I'll just go in and kind of like clean that up a little bit.
Cause you do like label designs for the mead that you brew. That's dope.
The mead, I did one for Sands Coffee Roaster. I did one of their tins. So that was cool, a little coffee tin.
Cool. That's dope. You have like didn't you tell me you have like an aspiration of doing graphic design for certain things? Like
tin fish.
Tin fish?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what kind of fish that's in tin?
No, I don't care. I just want to do a label for any kind of canned fish.
What if you just like got all the canned fish? Would you be like, this is the best? Were you like, I get to do a design for each kind of fish now?
Oh yeah, I'd be happy.
You'd be excited about that?
I would totally just do like a label design for like salmon liver, you know, just canned salmon guts. I'd do that. I think that'd be so fun to make.
Do you think it would matter like which country reached out to you to do?
Absolutely not. No.
So it wouldn't matter if it was like Asian or Russian or okay.
I'd do it anybody.
Dope.
If you're listening, need someone to design your tinned fish, I got you.
Do you have any other like creative dreams or creative aspirations?
I don't know. I feel like I'll find it when I get there.
Still exploring it?
Yeah, I'm still exploring. I've kind of like surrendered to the idea that like I'll just be scraping by. So any chance I get to make anything, even if it's something outside of my comfort zone, like I'm just ecstatic to do it.
Like, do you ever imagine yourself in like a place of financial and creative abundance?
Creative, yes. Financial, not really.
Why not?
It's not my main focus. I want to be able to freely do what I want, and that usually doesn't involve me. And maybe that will probably change down the line.
Okay.
But I just feel like the way that I operate doesn't bring in a lot of cash, which is fine with me. But maybe down the line that might change. And actually, to answer your question, puppets. Love to produce a puppet show.
Like any cultural style of puppeteering?
Like Sesame Street style, like Muppets.
Oh yeah.
like funky little puppets. Would love to
Yeah.
do something like that.
Do you consider Sesame Street style like in line with Jim Henson style,
Yeah.
or
yeah,
those like
Jim-
separated?
I think Jim Henson. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just the first thing that popped in my head is Sesame Street.
I think Sesame Street puppeteering is really cool. Like, I feel like Jim Henson is like that on a higher level sometimes. Did Jim Henson do the Muppets?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't want to say yes or no.
Okay.
Jim Henson made every puppet there ever was.
For real. He made puppets that we have yet to see in the
Yeah.
future. Yeah. Like, do you like animatronics too?
I do. Yeah, I think animatronics are really cool. And even like stop motion puppets, you know, like they digitally like reintroduce them and whatnot, like
Really?
like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Oh, really?
No, like I'm trying to think of examples. Like King Kong, like with the old King Kong movies, you know,
Yeah. Those
they kind of like claymation and then they like put them in post.
Did you ever see the OG Clash of the Titans?
No.
I think that's all claymation. I think it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
I've never watched it, but
Okay.
like costume and theater people that I've talked to, they're like, "Oh, you got to watch the OG Clash of the Titans." I think it's Clash of
Okay.
the Titans. I'm gonna look on YouTube and see if I
Okay.
can send you some stuff.
Oh wait, I think I was still stuck on King Kong, but that's like the Greek mythology thing, right?
Yeah, but it's like, it's like all the mythological creatures
Yeah.
done in claymation.
Yeah.
And you know, like how back in the old style of movie making, they would paint scenes on panes of glass and then shoot so that people would somehow appear in front or behind the glass. It's like they're doing some of that with the claymation footage.
Yeah.
Like they're splicing people either in post or like with some interesting camera magic.
They're what do you call like double?
I don't know if it's double exposures.
It's not double exposure.
I don't know.
No.
Because it's like when you're filming claymation or animation and then integrating a person into that, I'm not sure how they do it. I think in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, they were like doing traditional animation and like shooting things, but then laying the animation in on top.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
I know that I saw like a behind the scenes where they were kind of like, there was a scene where one of the cartoons comes in and they're holding like a revolver, and the behind the scenes it's just like a floating revolver that they got like on a rig, and they just like of course then they animate the guy in there, but
Yeah.
it's just so funny. I couldn't imagine like shooting a movie like that, you know, like just talking to like a floating pistol or whatever.
Yeah. I feel like you gotta be like a strong actor.
What do you have to say about this topic? Yeah? Oh
His
yeah?
dog pulled up.
Yeah. Do you have any, what are your creative endeavors or aspirations?
Man, so I'm in the midst of like trying to rediscover like a sense of joy in creativity. So it's like when like I'm doing the medium, it's like a place for me to rest and like a place for me to like experience certain positive emotions.
Okay.
I feel like I spent a lot of time experiencing like negative emotions and then being creative, and then at the same time like projecting insecurities into the future instead of like success into the future while I'm making stuff. So that's one thing, and I feel like that's like simple, but then also I'm having to like figure out other stuff that's going on, you know.
Yeah.
So there's that. You know, I'd love to get paid well to be creative and like have my work be fulfilling. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, like there's that. I would love to make some really dope music videos.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to make some really dope album art. I've fumbled the bag for some more well-known artists trying to make their album art in the past.
That one hurts, huh?
Sort of like, like I was talking with Josh. Trying to think about it now is like it worked out for the best.
Okay.
So I'd like to do those. I'd like to make some art books, and I don't know if that's going to show up as like a comic or like a collection of pieces like compiled into a book that's detailing some sort of narrative or journey.
Okay.
I'd like to do that personally. I would like to, because it's like with clothing, I enjoy making clothing, but what I really enjoy the most with clothing is making something for someone, they really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I would get that a lot in Dallas, even though it's like I'd have these time periods where it's like a lot of isolation and I don't know how this is going to land. And then that one person or that commission I was developing, that person ends up really loving the piece and they're like, I love wearing this. Like that's a great feeling, but it's also like out of my control.
Yeah.
But I also noticed like I was much more energetically aware when I was making clothes in Texas versus now. Like now I know more design principle, and now I know enough language to be able to communicate with some manufacturers like how to create my work. Like I can make recipes. But now it's like I'm trying to relearn how to put love back into it. Like you're cooking food for family or something like that,
Yeah.
And I think that goes back to like the joy. And for me, a lot of my favorite experiences with creativity and learning about creativity has been in participation with other people.
Okay.
So like learning how to do more collaboration where it's fun and like it's like a win-win. So I'd like to make some dope clothes for myself. I'd like to make some artist books.
I'm just gonna say of like I think just making stuff for yourself.
Yeah, and it's like
really important.
Like I was talking with another art homie, it's like it feels like I could spend a whole lifetime like making art about heavy stuff. Because I have plenty of heavy stuff.
A lot of heavy stuff out there.
That I've gone through personally that I'm still like carrying, and like I know how to make that kind of work. And it's sort of easy, but I feel like it generates certain kinds of emotions. And like I don't want to just dwell in those kind of emotions.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's stuff like people could relate to. I just want to have more fun.
Yeah.
And also it's sort of like a mix of like emotional, narrative, and cerebral. So being able to like translate some of those more nuanced things into like a easily connectable visual language, I think it takes a little bit more bandwidth. And I think ideally I'd like to maybe melt those blocks or those blocks of energy that I carry in like a more fun way.
Yeah.
Like make the art that addresses the same thing, maybe not, directly or
like lighter.
consciously, but just lighter.
No, I'd absolutely see what you're saying, and I think work like that is incredibly important because, again, like, I don't know, I think we're living in pretty heavy times, and I think it is important to make light of situations and just like put more, not like, because there's being a certain type of positive that almost feels like being like blissfully ignorant, like just kind of trying to like push everything out and pretend like everything's okay.
Yeah.
But I think like leaning into the fact that things are not okay, or things can not be okay, and that can still be fine. Because
absolutely.
And I think it is just so important to make put that kind of stuff out there. It's okay to go through these like awful things, and it's okay to experience all this stuff, but like, you know, but there's still light out there, and like being that light for people and just showing them through your medium, I think is I don't know, is magical. You know, when people see your stuff and they're just kind of like, you know, I feel that, or
Absolutely. Like, you know, going back to like drugs, I feel like doing shrooms, like I've had like messianic sort of like ideas.
yeah,
And then like I've actually had the experience of like, you know, working through issues or like healing some things through being creative. And now it's like, you know, trying to sort of avoid any sort of like being some sort of role model or like, I don't want to say leader, because I feel like leadership as a skill is important to learn.
yeah,
But like a messianic type figure, like I'm trying to avoid all that. Like, you know, I think ego is actually like a healthy thing, but like when you're feeding your ego in that way, like I don't think that's necessarily good.
yeah, get messy.
Yeah, it gets messy,
Yeah,
and I'm trying to like, I don't mind getting messy. I just want to create containers to be messy in those containers.
yeah.
So the rest of my life can be more balanced, and like I can be more grounded, and like I can continue to move instead of getting like caught up.
yeah.
Ooh. Hell yeah. Well, cool. Do you have more questions?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. What do you do when you create something you really don't like?
Create something that I really don't like. Do it again.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Are you more of a night or morning person?
On both. I'll
Oh,
stay up
man.
late and I'll wake up early. Now I wonder why I'm so tired all day. I think midday naps. I love a midday nap. After work, during work, before work, through work. That's not true. I have this really fond memory of I was working this kitchen job, and I just stayed up all night, and I went into work for my morning shift, and then it was like slow, so then I told the cashier, I was just like, I'll be out back if like you need me. And I laid on the sidewalk and I went to sleep.
Took a nap on the
Yeah,
sidewalk?
yeah, on like out in the back, so it's kind of like an alleyway. I was like laying there, and then someone came out and like checked up on me. They're just kind of like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just napping." Love a nap.
Naps are dope.
They are. I think that they're the key to a really good day. You know,
Huh.
like if you know how to nap, I think there's a science behind napping correctly. Sleep too much and you'll feel really groggy. Don't sleep enough and you'll be just as tired as the time you laid down. But like a good, like shut eye, you're not entering any kind of like sleep state. You're just quiet for a little bit, you know, just sitting there, laying, relaxing, eyes closed, and just trying not to think about anything.
That's dope. It's like a sweet spot.
Yeah.
It's like a balance.
I think that's the sweet spot, is like not fully entering rest, just giving your mind that like time to like shut down for a little bit.
That makes sense. I can do that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that one helps a lot. How about you? Are you what's your sleep schedule like?
Fucked.
Yeah.
Because I really like being up at night, and I like working at night. It's like my favorite time. I like I like to get active at night.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like I gotta work in the morning. So I usually go to bed like around midnight. Sometimes I push it like 1:30, like
Okay.
12:30. And then Monday through Friday, I get up at 5:45 or 6. And then I go to work, and work starts at 8.
Okay.
So like right now I get like 5 or 6 hours of sleep. And I really do better with 7. And I really like to dream. So I get annoyed
Interesting.
when like, even though like for a long time, like, nightmares were plaguing me. I really enjoy dreams and like the stories of dreams, and I feel like I have interesting dreams. So when I'm not remembering my dreams for like a prolonged period of time, it's actually annoying to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really interesting to me. What's the last like reoccurring dream you've had?
I haven't had a reoccurring dream in a really long time. Yeah. And I would say like my dream styles switch up.
Okay.
So I feel, there was a period of time where I felt like really in tune and like I very much understood what my dreams were telling me. And then I feel like my style switched up.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to say. There was a period of time where I was having a reoccurring dream about a serial killer from LA who was like low-key like a famous artist. And it was like this whole narrative thing. And it's like he was into like weird ritualistic witchcraft, and like his victims were like part of working some sort of blood magic or whatever.
Wow.
And I had a dream where I had a dream where I went to a studio, and then like I sort of figured out what was going on as he was like murdering the whole party that came to his studio, and then he like set himself on fire.
Oh man.
And then was like chasing me through his studio. And it was on like a riverbank, and I jumped into the river before he could stab me. And then for a while, like I had dreams where there was this like the same character like following me, trying to murder me. And then I made art about it, and then it went away.
That's so intense.
It was so intense. It was like super creepy. But then I made art about it, and then I was like, because it was like one of those things where I was like feeding it a lot of energy. And then I was like, no, like I don't want to encounter this.
Yeah.
So like I decided to make art about it as like a means of catharsis. And then it like legit stopped afterwards. And I don't think it's going to come back. But I've had like other, like when I have more like thematic, recurring themes come back as opposed to recurring dreams.
Okay.
Because I feel like, to me, like, when I'm having the same dream over and over again, that's very telling of something specific. And it's almost like, oh, that's too easy. But shit, I'll take easy. Whatever my subconscious wants to tell me so I can get it. Whatever the universe is trying to tell me so I can get it.
I forgot, you're pretty analytical of dreams in general. I remember, I remember this distinct memory between, I think it was like you and Mikey, because we're talking about dreams. You're like really getting into it.
Well, I love dreams. I think they're so cool. So mysterious.
Man, I barely dream. I don't have a lot of dreams.
Well, now it's like, because I'm running it a certain way, like I'll either dream a lot, or I won't remember my dreams as much.
Okay.
I definitely think it's like typically there's like I had to fall into like the deeper sleep, and because I'm like running it so much, I'm not getting into what would be my natural stage of deeper sleep. Like I still have dreams, and like I know that I'll have more dreams just putting it out there.
Okay.
Like I know I'll continue to like have dreams and remember them and stuff like that. And I think that I'll be able to understand them better too.
Time goes as you keep dreaming.
Yeah. Because I love that. Like when I have the dream, it's like, oh, the dream was telling me this, and then it's like the situation pops up. It's like I know what to do.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know exactly what to do, but I have enough guidelines. It's like I know what to do for myself.
Got a little sneak peek of the situation.
Yeah, because I feel like my dreams have definitely like hit me to a lot of stuff. And some stuff happened recently to me where I was like, oh, like if I was remembering my dreams, maybe I could have avoided like this whole
Interesting.
situation, you know? And it's like, when I was feeling like bummed out about the whole situation, I was like, yo, like, what if I had been remembering my dreams? Like, would my dreams have been telling me? Because my dreams will often sometimes tell me when someone is like, they have, you know, because it's like, I know people who are like really cool people, and sometimes people just have stuff going on, or they have something unresolved. And I think sometimes, like, unconsciously, they may have like an agenda or something like that. And sometimes dreams will like hit me to that, or like dreams will help me like make a harder situation easier, or like help me understand how to navigate something easier. So it's like I really appreciate dreams and all that they can do for me.
Do you feel like that's like your, I guess, like the higher intelligence, like higher power, something, or is it just like your subconscious kind of like keying you into? Like,
I think it's like my subconscious.
Yeah.
You know, I also think it's like I don't know what I'm gonna pass on the saying the other part. I'll tell you privately.
Okay.
But, I think it's subconscious, and I do think it's connected to spirituality in a certain regard. And I think it's like something that a lot of people are capable of, because I don't necessarily think like, I think mine can be a special ability or like a special skill, but right now it's not feeling like that. So, but I do think some people are really tuned into their dreams, and you know, the dreams serve them well.
Yeah.
And I've also gone too hard, and I also realize it's like, it's good to like not treat it with like a grain of salt, but like, no, give it some space. Like, don't, you know?
Don't take it
Yeah.
face value, or not face value, but like,
I think that's a good way to say it.
Yeah, don't take it to face value.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So is there any like, are there any things that you're trying to like understand or like solve using your creativity right now in your life? Is there anything that you're trying to bring into your life via creativity?
I think that I really don't have like I don't have a clear goal. I just know that I like to make things because it's fun, and it's very satisfying to just see other people kind of like experience what I put out there and like enjoy it for themselves, and like just seeing it bring them a little bit of joy, or you know, I guess spread joy. You know, it's just it's nice, it's fun. I love being able to like share these crazy thoughts and then have other people like indulge in them, and that's really, I think that's really it. Is I've fully come to accept that money is not, it would be nice, but you know, it's not really the main goal. Maybe, I don't know, tickles the ego a little bit.
Well, it's like thinking about money as like an energy or like a tool.
Yeah.
You know, instead of like something to help you along the journey. But then once you, this is just like my own personal take, like realizing like money isn't the destination, and you're trying to figure out where's a place you'd like to arrive. And it's one of those things where it's like endless, you know, just creative pursuits, they can be endless.
They can. I mean, the possibilities there, they're infinite, and it can end up in any different places. And I think I've been pretty good about like trying to stay open about like what directions that I'm going. And I think that one that I constantly arrive at is that it's just, it's fun to make things, and it feels great to see people enjoy those things that I make. And that's
dope.
yeah. And I think like working in the meadery, making mead, is like almost like a physical manifestation of that, because being able to like make a tangible product, not that art isn't tangible, but make something that people can consume, and then the joy that they feel, or they come back and they're just like, hey, that was delicious, that was this, I didn't like that flavor very much, that's all right, try this one. And just being able to like put stuff out there that people can enjoy, and then seeing their reactions and their reviews and whatever it is that they get out of it, I think is just it's very valuable to me.
That's dope.
And
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And I think it is just such a privilege that I get to do that. And then sometimes it brings me money, which then I can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're welcome to come back on if you want to at any point in time. I'm gonna leave that up for you to decide. Where can people find you online again?
You can find me on Instagram. I'm at bad0co, co, not like the bad company, but badco, or badoco, as some people like to say, or That Good Son online. That's my website. What's the hyphen? Is that the little dash? It's like that-goodson.com.
Okay, cool.
You can also find it on my links on my Instagram. I put music out as well. You can find me on Spotify under Good Son, like the sun, like a ball of fire.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's where you can find me. So look for me.
Dope, man. Well, thank you again. And this has been Good Ass Conversations. Until the next time.
And that was a good ass conversation. I hope.